If you've ever dreamed about becoming a designer, who's better to guide you than the legendary Virgil Abloh? Buckle up, because we are about to take a journey through a day in the life of the most innovative sneaker designer ever. Let's get this party started. Alright, picture this. It's 6 AM and Virgil alarms is blaring. But it's not your average alarm, it's probably playing some obscure jazz track that will become the next big thing in music 6 months from now. That's just how Virgil rolled, always ahead of the curve. Now, most of us would be hitting that snooze button, fast and that you can say limited edition drop. But not Virgil. He's up and at them, ready to change the sneaker game before breakfast. First things first, Virgil's gotta fuel up. But not expect a boring bowl of cereals. Nah, Virgil's breakfast is probably as innovative as his designs. I'm talking about avocado toast with the side of inspiration and a tall glass of creative juice. Breakfast of champions, am I right? Now it's time for Virgil to head to the office. But here's the kicker, Virgil's office isn't just one place. This guy was a master multitasker, juggling his roles at Off-White, Louis Vuitton and of course his collaboration with Nike. It's like he had a teleportal or something. Let's zoom in on a day when Virgil's focusing on his Nike collabs. He's heading to the Nike headquarters, but don't think he's just chilling in the back of a fancy car. No, Virgil's probably sketching ideas on his phones, answering emails and DJing a set for his next gig, all at the same time. Talk about multitasking goals. Alright, Virgil's arrived at Nike headquarters, but before he even steps foot in the building, he's already turning heads. Why? Because Virgil doesn't just wear sneakers, he wears art pieces. He's probably rocking a pair of deconstructed Air Jordans that won't be released for another year. It's like he's living in the future, and we're all just trying to catch up. Now let's peek into one of Virgil's design sessions. Picture this, a room full of Nike's top designers, all waiting to see what crazy idea Virgil's gonna throw at them next. But here's the thing, Virgil doesn't just come up with ideas, he comes with a whole philosophy. Remember the 10 collection? This wasn't just a bunch of cool sneakers, it was Virgil's way of saying, hey, let's take these iconic shoes and turn them inside out, literally. He called it the revealing design language. It's like he took a sneaker, gave it a truth serum, and let it spill all its secrets. But here's where it gets really wild. Virgil doesn't just sketch designs, he performs surgery on sneakers. I'm talking X-Acto knives, people. He'd take a perfectly good pair of Nikes and start cutting them up, like he's in some sneaker version of Operation. It's enough to make any sneakerhead's heart skip a beat. Virgil once said, most of the creative decisions were made in the first 3 hours, while actual design and iteration took 2 to 3 days. 2 to 3 days? I can't even decide what to have for lunch in the time. But it's not all cutting and gluing. Virgil's design process is like a mixtape of different influences. He's pulling inspiration from architecture, remember that was his background, street culture, high fashion and probably that weird dream he had last night. It's like he's got a blender in his brain and he's just tossing in ideas and seeing what comes out. Now let's talk about one of Virgil's signature moves, the 3% rule. This guy believed that you only had to change something by 3% to make it new and exciting. It's like when you get a haircut and suddenly feel like a whole new person, even though 97% of you is exactly the same. For Virgil, this might mean moving the Nike swoosh by a few millimeters or adding his favorite quotation marks. It's these little tweaks that had sneakerheads losing their mind and refreshing their sneakers up like it was going out of style. But Virgil's day isn't just about designing, he's also got to present his ideas to Nike bigwigs. Now most of us would be sweating bullets, but Virgil, he's as cool as cucumber. He's probably walking into the boardroom like he owns the place, ready to blow some minds. Imagine being at that room when Virgil first pitched the idea of putting air in quotation marks on the side of a shoe. The Nike exes were probably like, Virgil, have you lost your mind? But fast forward a few months and everyone and their grandma wants a pair. That's the Virgil effect. Alright, so Virgil's blown the minds of Nike exes and now it's time for lunch. But don't think he's eating up the local burger joint. Nah, Virgil's probably having a power lunch with some fashion bigwigs, talking about how they're going to revolutionize the industry over some fancy salad that cost more than your entire sneaker collection. After lunch, it's back to the grind. But here's the thing about Virgil, he doesn't just design shoes, he creates experiences. He's thinking about how the shoes would be unveiled, what the marketing campaign will look like, even what font will be used on the box. It's like he directed a movie, but instead of actors, he's got sneakers as the stars. Remember when he designed those Air Force Ones for Serena Williams? He didn't just make a cool shoe, he created a whole narrative around it. It's like the sneaker was telling a story. And we were all just along for the ride. But Virgil's day isn't over yet. As the sun starts to set, most people would be heading home. But Virgil, he's just getting started. He might be jetting off to Paris for a Louis Vuitton show or heading to a studio to work on some music. Or maybe he's giving a lecture at Harvard. Yeah, you heard that right, Harvard. Virgil was dropping knowledge bombs on Ivy League students like it was no big deal. And here's the kicker. Even when Virgil's day is done, his mind is still racing. He's probably dreaming up new designs in his sleep. I wouldn't be surprised if he kept a sketchpad by his bed, just in case some inspiration struck at 3 AM. So what can we learn from a day in life of Virgil Abloh? Well, for starters, sleep is optional when you're changing the game. But more importantly, it's about breaking rules, pushing boundaries and not being afraid to take risks. Virgil once said, "You can do it too." And you know what? Maybe we can. Maybe we can all channel a little bit of that Virgil energy in our lives. Who knows? The next great sneaker design could be you. So subscribe so in the future I'll be able to say that I knew you were him.